tonight, finally, after a long wait, it's here, the new Nikon D7000, and I've jizzed in my pants. Let's take a look. Naturally, successors are better than the old models they replace. After all, it's unlikely that a company will release a new camera that is worse than its predecessor. So it goes without saying that the brand spanking new Nikon D7000 is improved over the D90. And of course, Nikon has upped the megapixel count from 12 to 16 megapixels. Wow! It features a new high shutter speed of 1/8000th of a second, as well as a maximum ISO of 25,600, as well as a brand new 2016 pixel RGB metering system and 1080p video recording. Hang on, Canon had that already a long time ago. It's pretty boring really, isn't it? Just like this area. But wait, there's more. Oh yes, there is much more. This is no ordinary update. After years of gradual updates to this line of DSLRs, it would be wrong to label the dramatic improvements seen in the D7000 as mere updates. When you look through the deliciously bright viewfinder, you'll benefit from the 100% accuracy. Now if you wanted that before, you had to go for the D300S, or the D3, or the D3S, or D3X. This is a great thing for a class of camera like this. The addition of 100% accuracy is one of the D300S face-slapping features, which is fantastic. What you get is ultra-precise framing. Even the shutter button is more like the Pro cameras. It's got that squidgy feeling, and you don't need to press it all the way down to release the shutter. And when you look through that viewfinder, you'll see 39 lovely AF points lighting up. That's more than the Canon 7D and 5D Mark II combined. 39 point AF with 9 cross types. That's 28 more points than the D90. Plus it does a good and accurate job of locking on focus, especially faultless in good light. Oh, not bad. Doesn't hunt around too much. And I can blind the cameraman by doing this all night. Oh yeah, you like that lock? I hope you don't get epilepsy. Okay. Right. I'm going to turn off the AF assist light now because Locke was saying it's too bright. I think he's just being a bit of a girl's blouse. So let's turn it off for some more candid street shots in the dark. Yeah? You like that? Yeah? Yeah? Is your eyesight back now? Oh yeah. Come on, let's take some more candid street shots. But even though it's a D90 successor, it feels just that little bit more solid in the hands. It's just less plasticky, and the rubber is real rubber. It feels nice and grippy in the hands. You could probably beat a burglar over the head with it. Nikon has also redesigned the external parts. For a start, the body is now magnesium alloy, and if you open the flap, you've got twin SD card slots. The benefit of the dual card slots is that you can choose what the second SD card does, and there's 3 modes. You've got the overflow, which means that when the first one fills up, it switches to the second one. You've got backup, it copies both the images to both the cards simultaneously, or you've got RAW and JPEG. You might not notice it at first, but there's actually a button here. Press it and you can change the focus points by twiddling the dial here. So when you've got the camera to your face, You don't need to take it away to change the autofocus points. You just press it here. It's a more logical place where the focus switch is. Then you've got these other dials and switches which are reminiscent of the more professional camera bodies from Nikon. Then you've got the live view switch, which is just like the D3100. You just flick it and it's on. And then press to record video. Now the D7000 shutter sound is already a little bit more dampened compared to the D90. But you've also got quiet mode. Now it works like the other quiet modes in the DSLRs, where you press it down and you go off somewhere else. To do the other bit. But of course there's one more trick up its sleeve. It's got continuous autofocus in video mode. Full-time AF in movie mode is an added bonus, especially for those who want to get started using DSLRs for making some artistic movies. The trouble is, getting it to work the exact way you want it to is not always that straightforward. As nice as an addition this is, it's a little bit disappointing that it doesn't always work quite so well.
How ironic.
The trouble is, when you're making a video, you don't want the
behind
camera to suddenly start tracking another object. It's fine if you're taking fun videos at home, but seriously frustrating if you're trying to create your masterpiece film with.
Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That's the trouble with continuous autofocus. No, it's gone, it's gone. Goose, we've lost him. Her.
But likely, if you're shooting video in continuous autofocus mode, you're probably not using it to make any blockbuster films, are you? But the great thing is that if you do want to shoot video of this, and you want to record audio, you can add an external mic. However, even though you can change the audio levels for the external input, you only get high sensitivity, medium sensitivity, and low sensitivity. So not much room for tweaking. But this is something which the Canon 60D and the 5D Mark II have, which makes it slightly better if you're really serious about making videos. The continuous burst rate is quite a significant update from the 3.9 frames per second of the D90. 6 frames per second.
Oh, that is music to one's ears.
Oh, naughty. The noise performance of the D7000 is really quite astounding. Usable shots all the way up to 6,400, with slight loss of detail at 12,800. And in the mid to dark tones of the 25,600 shot, you'll get more noise than you get in Mr. Noisy's noisy house party. Nikon has showed us that they are not just resting on their laurels, and merely introducing an update has had the numbers upped on its spec sheet. Rather, Nikon has decided to up the whole class of this camera too. This is a DSLR that will appeal to the serious enthusiasts level, as well as those who are progressing on from the entry-level Nikon DSLRs, and even the D90. Nikon already said themselves that the market is already reaching saturation point, and I think that this camera really is a successful operation in updating the line. This really will give current D90 owners a reason to get their credit cards out.